Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video. A very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm gonna talk about the lunar eclipse. A lunar eclipse is taking place on the 26th of May 2021. And the planetary positions will be such that most of the people of the world will be getting mixed results. So today I'm gonna talk about this lunar eclipse. You know, when the earth is between the sun and the moon, then a lunar eclipse takes place. The earth blocks the sun's light, it radiates on the moon. During a lunar eclipse, you will find the moon to be red in color as the earth blocks the sun's light on it. You know, on the lunar eclipse day, that is on the 26th of May 2021, Rahu, Sun and Venus will be in the Taurus sign. In the Gemini sign, there will be Mars and Mercury. In the Aquarius sign, Saturn's Mool Trikon Rashi, there will be Jupiter. And Saturn will be forming a complete Sasha Yoga in the Capricorn sign. And in the Scorpio sign, there will be Ketu and Moon. So this is the planetary positions you are gonna see on 26th May 2021. You know, a lunar eclipse basically affects our mind. You know, you must have heard that saying that if there is no enemy inside, then the outside enemy cannot do us any harm. So the enemy within you is gonna show up at this current moment. I mean in the lunar eclipse, because your enemy is going to conquer your mind. It is gonna make you negative. It is gonna make you pessimistic, and you will start thinking about all the negatives of this world. You see, you can't control the thoughts which come into our mind, but we can definitely control the thoughts which we dwell on. So during this time, you have to do exactly this. The negative thoughts, the pessimistic thoughts will come into your mind, but you have to choose between the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts. And you have to start dwelling on those positive thoughts rather than those negative thoughts. You know, basically the life which you are leading today is the life which has been created by your thinking. So, if you want to change your life, then you have to change your thinking. This mind has been instrumental in creating your life which you are leading at this point in time. And if you manage to control your thinking, if you manage to keep a watch on your mind, then I want to tell you all that the coming time will be a fantastic time for you all. The effect of the lunar eclipse usually stays until 15 days. So within these 15 days, if you keep a watch on your thoughts and you start dwelling on those positive thoughts only, then I am certain that the future will be bright for you. During the lunar eclipse, your mind will tell you, you can't do it. You can't be successful in life. You will feel dejected and demoralized at this particular moment. You will feel that you can't do a particular job. You can't do a particular business. You can't enter a particular profession. You can't score good marks in your examinations. You can't overcome your problems and difficulties. You can't adjust with your spouse in this life. You will feel that it is better to leave that love relationship which you are in currently. So the mind is gonna create an illusion within you that you are good for nothing. An illusion is far from reality. It is far away from the truth. The ground reality would be very different from what you are thinking about yourself at this particular moment. So, if you wish to succeed in the coming time, I'd suggest you all to control your mind at this particular moment and do whatever your heart tells you to do, because your treasure is where your heart is. So if you are looking for a treasure in life, then I want to tell you all, listen to your heart at this point in time. Now let me start predicting about all the moon signs, all the ascendants. Let me start with people who have an Aries moon sign or an Aries ascendant. This particular lunar eclipse will be in your 8th house at this particular moment. You will be in a sort of depression. You will be dejected in life during this time. Your mind is gonna tell you that you cannot make a transformation. You cannot make a change in your life at this particular moment. Your mind is gonna discourage you at this moment to make certain changes in your life. Though your heart would tell you that you need a change desperately. You need a transformation in your life desperately. But still, you will not listen to your heart at this point in time. Overcoming hurdles and obstacles at this point in time will be very difficult for you. I'd suggest you all to wait for a certain time before you make any decisions to transform or change your life. Well, for Taurus moon sign, Taurus ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 7th house, in the Scorpio sign. So during this time, you will get attracted to doing business in life. But let me tell you all that if you are making a tectonic shift in your life, I mean, if suppose you are doing a job and you want to do a business at this current moment, then I'd suggest you all not to attempt doing any sort of business, because any investment you make behind a business at this point in time will not give you profits in the future. For those people who are not married during this time, they will yearn to get married. But I don't think so that you will be able to find a life partner for yourself at this particular moment. Even if you find a life partner, I'd suggest you all to know that person properly before you make a commitment to them. I mean, before you get married to them. Well, for Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, let me tell you all that this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 6th house. So during this time, you can get afraid of your enemies. Your enemies may trouble you at this point in time. These enemies could be your near or dear ones, or your colleagues or bosses in your office. They are gonna make life difficult for you at this particular moment. But the one good thing about this lunar eclipse in your 6th house is that you will be able to overcome all your diseases and illnesses at this point in time. You will give enough time behind your health. You will give enough effort behind your health to make sure that your health remains all right. And this particular conjunction will support you to find a new medicine or a new doctor who will cure you of this particular disease or illness. If you are facing any sort of chronic disease, then during this time you will find some solution to it. For students who are appearing for a competitive exam, let me tell you all that you will pass your exams with flying colors. Well, for Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 5th house. So during this time you will be drawn towards love. You will feel very lonely in your heart. You will yearn to get a love partner for yourself at this point in time. The positive about this lunar eclipse is that if you are having any children, then I want to tell you all that they will give you a lot of happiness during this time. You will be very proud of your children at this point in time. You are also gonna get very creative at this point in time. If you are doing a business, you could innovate something new in that business which will finally give you a lot of money in the future. Well, for Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 4th house. So during this time you will be disturbed. You may have to travel during this time, and you may not feel very comfortable traveling during this time. There can be a serious misunderstanding with your mother during this time. Your mother may not give in to your demands at this particular moment. And for those people who are trying to make a shift in their residence, I'd suggest you all not to make a residence change at this particular moment. Don't buy any sort of gadgets, machinery, any sort of electronic gadgets or any sort of machines for your factory at this point in time. Well, for Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your third house. I want to tell you all that during this time, you will want to make efforts behind your career, behind your job, behind your business. But these efforts of yours are not gonna be fruitful for you at this point in time as well as in the future. Don't take any sort of decisions regarding your career at this point in time. Don't even become brave in terms of your relationship at this point in time. And lastly, I want to tell you all, please do not give any hope to your near or dear ones, because you may not be able to fulfill their wishes at this point in time or in the future, which may create serious differences between you and them. Well, for Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your second house. So during this time, you need to be very careful about your money. You need to spend money very judiciously. You need to control your expenses at this point in time. And you need to pay special attention to your family members and family in general. You must take care of your family and your children at this point in time. And don't get into any sort of dispute with your family at this point in time. You might have to break one of your savings in order to meet your family expenses at this point in time. Well, for Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, the lunar eclipse will be in your ascendant or over your moon sign. So during this time, your confidence would get shattered and a lot of negative stuff will encompass your mind at this particular moment. You will not be able to move forward in life at this particular moment. And because of this, you might not be able to progress in life in the future as well. You may think of some impractical plans at this particular moment, which you may not be able to implement in this lifetime. So be realistic with your life at this point in time. I'd suggest you all to take baby steps in your life rather than taking quantum leaps in your life. I'd suggest you all not to take any sort of major decisions regarding your career or yourself at this point in time. Well, for Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 12th house. So during this time, you will feel suffocated. You will feel suffocated because you will not get the necessary freedom which you want during this time. Your freedom may be curbed by your near or dear ones, and this will lead you to some sort of suffocation in life. At this point in time, you will be inclined to go out of your birthplace for some time. It may be that you might be thinking of going abroad as well. But let me tell you all that this particular plan of yours, this particular idea of yours will not fructify for you all. I'd suggest you all to control your expenses at this point in time and try not to indulge in any sort of wasteful expenditure at this point in time. Controlling your habits which are dragging you down will be key for you at this particular moment. The positive thing during this time is that you may leave a certain thing which you are addicted to. Well, for Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 11th house. So during this time, you will feel that you should earn a lot of money. You should gain from whatever you have done in this life. But these wishes of yours will remain unfulfilled during these 15 days. I mean, from the date the lunar eclipse happens. If you were supposed to get any sort of money from somewhere, then I want to tell you all that you won't be getting that money during this time. and this might lead to your frustration. You could also face some minor illnesses during this time. Well, for Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 10th house. So during this time, your image can get tarnished in the society where you stay. People will start looking down on you at this particular moment, and there is a strong chance of you losing your job at this particular moment. You will not find favor with your bosses and superiors at this point in time. You will make some blunders and mistakes during this time which you will regret in the future. So my suggestion to y'all would be, please do not take a decision during this time for any area of your life, for any arena of your life, for any sphere of your life. And if you listen to me and don't take a decision at this point in time, then you will save yourself from any disasters in your future. Well, for Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant people, this particular lunar eclipse will be in your 9th house. So during this time, let me tell y'all that there will be some changes in your fortune. There will be some change in your destiny at this point in time. But this particular change, this particular transformation will not be for the better. So if you get an opportunity, I'd suggest you all not to take that opportunity at this point in time. You may get an opportunity which may apparently seem very lucrative at this point in time, but this opportunity may not be as good as you are thinking it would be for you. Basically, I'd suggest you all not to make any sort of change in your life at this particular moment, because this may prove to be detrimental for you in your future. Well, this is my general predictions about lunar eclipse for all moon signs, for all ascendants. If you want specific predictions about yourself, then you can contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There is no duplicate of a life. And besides that, if you want to earn a lot of money in your life, if you want to experience richness in your life, if you want to be a positive person in your life, if you want to see success and prosperity in your life, if you want to experience peace, tranquility and calmness in your life, which is most important for human beings, and you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you can contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless y'all. Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Kali.